Good morning, everyone. Shelly Rivera, Coffee, Anxiety, and Love. How's everybody doing this morning? I'm having just a little trouble breathing this morning, but nothing bad. The temperature change from yesterday to today. I'm already feeling it. It's not anything bad. I just know today's going to be a rather warm day. I think today is wash the hair day. Yeah, I think today is wash the hair day. My head's been, like, the top of my head's been hurting me so much. I always pull my hair up because it's so long. I've never had long hair, like, since I was a teenager, maybe. After I got, a little bit after I was married, I started cutting my hair shorter and shorter to where I got to a little bitty, almost bob and pixie cut. I had the pixie cut for a very little time. I didn't really care for it too much. It was cute, but it just, I didn't like it on me too much. So I ended up just going to like a little bob kind of haircut for the longest time, or like the asymmetrical, or even like the shaving the hair on the side or whatever. And since I've been with my husband, I've not really cut my hair too much, just kind of like leave it long. And this is not the longest I've ever had it. I've had it really, really long, like down to my butt. But out in the heat, having long hair, since you got used to the short hair, it's a little, it gets some taking used to. So, and I have really thick hair, so putting it up, and I don't like to do the low, ponytail or whatever. I like to have the high bun or whatever, or the high ponytail or whatever. So it starts pulling the top of my scalp, and I feel like I'm having these horrible headaches or something. But yeah. So today, as you can see, we still haven't cut the hill. I know he's waiting to do that last. He really wants to hold off doing that last. He's cut the front area in front of us where we are on this side of the bottom of the hill. Well, actually, like the flat ledge right here. It drops down some more from where we are. So like all this is where the old house was. And then if you see, there's a little storage container over there. It drops down again into there. So there's a drop from the house, and then we're on this flat ledge right here where the old house used to be. And then there's another drop right past these trees where that container is. There's another drop right there. And that's where, when it starts raining, all that forest area back there, all that's mesquite forest. I don't know if this, no, this is not mesquite, it's just the forest area. And then it goes, wraps around, and that's all like a bowl. And when you get, hey, when you get through that, and then you get up to out to the property onto the highway, it goes back up. So it's literally a bowl that we're sitting in once the rains come, and they're coming. I believe in May, like mid-May into May. Don't know how bad it's gonna get this time, but he does say it does rain a lot. Get down, mama. So yeah, running a little bit behind this morning. Past couple of nights we haven't really been sleeping very well. I don't know what it is, but we just haven't been. So hey babe, there's coffee in there if you want some. I think I put your cup in the sink. So yeah, we haven't been sleeping too well, so we're getting a little bit late start this morning. Not horrible late, but late enough. Usually we like to be up and running by 8 o'clock, right on the dot. I usually have my coffee and pulling my cards and doing my meditation and affirmation and manifestations between 7 and 8. So I've really scheduled my entire day. And just rinse it out, baby. And then by 8 o'clock, I'm either trying to do some yoga or some stretch or go walking or something, you know. So I really, really need to get purposeful on scheduling my days, because now I have the website for coffee anxiety and love. And all right, I got a card. I got the, I can't read.
She got a website, y'all.
I can't read this card.
Boundaries.
That's an O. Boundaries. Okay, boundaries. Okay. So my card today, and I use the Oracle deck for my daily pulls. I don't use the tarot. Tarot is going to be a more in-depth kind of look into what you're asking and what you need. If I need a more intuitive answer to a few things or whatever, I'll do the tarot. We have several tarot decks. This is my first Oracle deck. I'm learning the difference between the Oracle, reading the Oracle, and reading the tarot. I really like this deck. It's very simple, straight to the point. So I go through and I read what each card is, and I'm trying to get familiar with the cards. And most of the time, the Oracle deck is just straightforward. If it's a boundary card, then that's pretty much going to, I'm going to assume, I haven't read the boundaries yet, but I'm going to assume it is either putting down your own boundaries, setting boundaries for yourself to help yourself heal, or not allowing people to come into the boundaries that you have set. Something to that effect. So I'll read it later and see what that is. But yeah, for today, we're going to finish bringing down a lot of the weeds and wildflowers. We do have a Christmas cactus that we've been cutting down, and because it's so pretty, it's like a thin pencil cactus, and it puts off these red berries that look like tiny little prickly pear, just like the big prickly pears that come on the nopales cactus. These are tiny little prickly pears, and they're really, really cute. And then it also has this pretty white bloom that blooms more in the evening, and it's very soft, sweet fragrance. It's really pretty. And right now my husband has those. He's pulling those. He's having to bring those down off of the fence line. So we figure if anybody would like some, we were going to go ahead and sell little boxes of those, like small, medium, large parcels of those. But yeah, so I started the website. It's up and it's somewhat running. I haven't done like a full-on opening of it yet because I'm still populating it, still trying to get a feel for where I want to put things, how I want to present things, and what we're going to be offering there. So the biggest thing with this website for me is not only journaling our life as we get on the road and as we become full-time RVers, but also to monetize. And I'm hoping that with this website, I'll start bringing in a little bit more monetization for us. That way we'll have a little bit extra for all those just in case moments. Right now we're doing fine. He's working, he's getting paid, doing the ranch hand thing. We won't be doing this the entire, time we're on the road. We're looking at maybe 3 to 5 years. So, he may be able to come back and say, hey, do you need some help so we can make a little bit more? But we really don't want to have to keep working this hard all the time. The whole point of us getting to full-time RV and getting to this lifestyle is to kind of sit back a little bit and dip into our artwork a little bit more. Now, art for me is challenging. She's upset because you're on her rope. She can't play with her rope. The ranger is on her rope. So Sochi is having a fit right now because where he parked the ranger, he's got a piece of her rope down there and she can't get it, and she likes playing with the rope in the morning. So she's very people. She's got feelings, and she'll let you know what's going. Her and Vixen are very people dogs. They're people dogs. They talk to you. They communicate with you. They let you know when they're upset. Yeah, that's pretty. And they will talk. They talk like Vixen does her ah rah 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 rah, and Sochi does aroo. She rolls her R. Aroo. If you don't hurry up and get to her or give her food or do whatever, she's talking to you. She's very vocal. Aroo. She gets upset. She will get upset. She's the cutest little thing. But yeah, Vixen and Sochi are people because they will let you know how they're feeling. But anyway, the website. Okay. I'm trying to get that monetized. We're going to be putting, I'm trying to figure out how to put our products on there for HHR Indigenous Arts. And then I'm also linking in Luna Fitness to that. So it's going to be different tabs, and one's going to be like a wellness tab, and that's going to be basically for health and fitness. And then there's going to be a mindset tab that's going to be for healing and spiritual guidance. And then we're also going to pull HHR into there for all his work that he does, because he's doing healing work, even though it's an arrowhead or it's a stone that's wrapped. Everything that he's doing is intentional, and he's putting his healing mind and spirit and body into that. So
I'll talk you through your problems too.
Yeah, so we're trying to figure out how to do all that and put it into the website and start becoming monetized with that. Of course, I have to do right now, I have to do the ads, and I have to do the something else. There's something else that I have to do for that. Ads and courses or something like that, and it's a lot of work, and it has become my full-time endeavor. And I didn't know the challenge that I would face being an older individual and kind of being out of touch with technology as far as internet technology. I mean, I know how to use the internet, I know how to scroll through, I know how to find things and stuff, but I used to have a background where I was somewhat, stepping into programming, and I wasn't a trained programmer, but I was working with a company that, because I was an executive assistant, they used me to help build a database. But because I sat in all the meetings and I saw all the data that went into it and all the work that went into it, I just picked up stuff. You sit there long enough and you're going to pick up things. And so I knew, 20 years ago, database work and programming, things like that. I don't know this. So it's not that hard. I'm going to get through it. I know. I've figured out how to work simple, basic things in the website. I now have to learn some more specific stuff so that I can have it, more glamorous, more flashy, and get the monetization that I need running through there, all the traffic that I need running through there, between social media, emails, maybe I want to put out a newsletter, a whole bunch of stuff to get monetized, and it's a little overwhelming. So I started scheduling my days. I started sitting down and how do I do this and what am I going to talk about. I really have to think about these things now and treat this as a job if I want this to become what I want it to become. And our goal is not huge. I don't want to be, a 6-7 figure website company or bringing in that much money. No, that's not what I want, because that requires me to do a lot of work, which is going to take away from our time that we wanted to dedicate to this whole endeavor, which is we want to travel, we want to see things, we want to be able to have the freedom to go wherever we want to go when we want to go there. So oh, cool. So I don't want to be that big. I just want to be a modest little website that gives out information that is truly needed, and at the same time maybe help those people that are looking to become RVers, full-time RVers, help them with a little bit of insight of some of the trials and tribulations that we faced and how we got here and our journey and why we did the things that we did. And the biggest thing that I see that's going to come about is I'm going to have to talk about our RV and the situation that we're in with the RV. And it's going to be hard for people to understand it, but there's a lot that happened before we purchased our RV that led up to why we purchased the RV that we did. And I'll tell that story in more detail one day, maybe in the evening under the moonlight, see how that bowls over. And you know, my biggest fear doing this, doing anything, Luna Fitness, the art, everything, my fear is criticism. And not the good kind of criticism, like, hey, that's pretty, but maybe you should do this, or that, maybe you should do that. No, my biggest fear was, oh, nice. These are cute. Will these have seeds?
No.
Oh, okay.
But you can eat them.
Yeah, cool. Squash?
Yeah.
Or a type of squash, right?
The calabacita.
The calabacitas. Okay, cool. So, yeah, that is my biggest fear is the critics, the people. You see it all the time on TikTok and Facebook and all this. People, you go out and you do a post and you do this thing that you want to do, and people just have opinions, and that's human nature. Everybody's going to have an opinion. But why do you have to be nasty with your opinion? How does my life, what I'm doing here, allow you to have such a negative and nasty opinion of me? And those are going to be the times when it's going to be hard for me, because I take all that in. I just oh, I think it's going to rain. It's getting darker. I can't help it. I take it all in, and it affects me personally. And I have to remember not to take it personal. It's just people with opinions, and those opinions don't have anything to do with me, because they like it, because they don't like it, because it's ugly, because it's whatever. It's not the right color. It's not their favorite color. It shouldn't affect me in any type of way.
Observe, don't absorb.
Yeah, and it's right. And CJ saying over here, he said, observe, don't absorb. And I got to get to that. I got to get to the part. Yeah, I got to get to the part where I don't absorb it. And I'm not an empath. I'm not. I will help you. I will guide you. I'm not the empath. That's CJ. CJ's the one who's the true healer. He's the empath. And I'm me, and I've always had that you know, that nasty attitude, like, what the fuck? You know, what the fuck did you say to me? You know what? And my kids are going to be the first one, you know. If you say something wrong, you know, my kids already know, well, mama's going to throw hands. That's their, you know, that's what they know. Oh, you done fucked up. Mama's going to throw hands. And that was a long time ago, you know. That's not who I need to be anymore. That's not who I want to be. That's not the way I want to go anymore. So I have to remember to not absorb it, not take it in, not allow it to affect me, because if it affects me, it'll bring me down, and it takes me a long time to get back up. I mean, you're talking about days for me to get over a comment. And I will go through and I will analyze and I will see what the hell is happening. What did I do? And I can't do that because I don't have the energy right now. I don't have the time. And I just don't want to. I don't want to anymore. So that's going to be a bigger challenge than learning how to bring this website up and running, is to not allow comments that are negative to affect me. And I think that's a good lesson, or something that we should all think about, is whatever opinion people have of you, it's their opinion. It shouldn't affect me or you directly. You should not take that personal. You are who you are. You're always going to be who you are. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. They can't do anything to change who you are. Only you can. Alright guys, I gotta get to work. Shelly Rivera, coffee, anxiety, and love. It looks like it's gonna rain, so rain means we have to reevaluate our day a little bit. Love you guys. Have a healthy, happy, prosperous, and always abundant day.